Alright, today we're going to try our hand at Za'atar, which is a Middle Eastern spice mix. It seems to be mostly comprised of sumac, sesame seed, and thyme. I've also seen some ingredients for Za'atars that I've looked at online or have bought previously. Hyssop. So we're going to basically have these four main ingredients. Also, you can have some salt in there as well as some oil to bind everything together a little bit. So we're going to start with a cup of hyssop, which should give us a base to work with, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients to taste. 3 tablespoons. Let's do 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of thyme. Probably do 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, and then we'll need some salt, which you just add sparingly. Mix that bad boy up. So let's just start with 1 tablespoon. Probably don't need a lot. 1 might not be enough. Let's try 2. Okay. So basically all you need to do is take some whipped up eggs and dip your chicken wings in that situation. This is the one I made, and you just coat it all up, all that goodness. The egg will make it a little more stickier, so it's better to get attached to the surface of the chicken wings. Rock and roll. Okay. Oh. Okay, so definitely process the dry rub, because that is way too textural. Yeah, that's a little overwhelming. I think I might have messed up the... Yeah, plus it doesn't stick on very well, it just falls apart. So definitely put it through a food processor. Yeah, the store-bought is better, obviously, not surprising. It's a little more earthy flavored. Mine is a little more heavy in the sumac flavor, but this is pretty dry. I would probably, when you homogenize it, make sure the oil has got a decent amount of oil in there so it doesn't dry out so much. Alright, so round 2 of making the Za'atar spice mix. A couple of things we're going to do differently. We're going to toast the sesame seeds. So I have a hot plate heating up the skillet at medium heat, and we'll toast these seeds up a little bit. So it smells like popcorn. Obviously, clearly pops like popcorn. Oh my gosh. Not sure when you're supposed to know when it's done, but I don't think the explosions are supposed to be normal. Okay, so we got our ground up hyssop that we basically just put it in a puree mixer and just pureed it up for a good long while. So it's a little more powdery, which is what we want, so it coats the chicken a lot better. The ground thyme obviously is already ground. You can buy it ground up, or you can make your own thyme and ground it up. Sumac, I think it's fine the way it is. And then we toasted up some sesame seeds. Make sure you don't burn them like I did. So the ones that I popped like popcorn, I did not use those. You'll tell because you could smell it, and it'll smell like burnt popcorn versus a little more roasted, toasted, which is what you want, because you want the fragrant... I'm assuming you want more of a fragrant sesame seed than a bland sesame seed, which is what we did the first time we did this. So I got 3/4 cup of the hyssop in here. So we got the sesame seed, which I think we probably could use more of now that it's toasted and probably is a little more fragrant. So you probably do 3 tablespoons. Because the store-bought one actually, I think, has a lot of sesame seeds in it. Okay, the sumac. The sumac is a lot more berry flavored. Pretty potent stuff. I don't think you need a lot of it. So 1 tablespoon might be enough. We'll find out. 1.5 tablespoons of thyme. So just mix while stirring. Yeah, and I know I'm mixing with a measuring cup. I don't care. Yeah, it's really good. I think this is going to be a lot better. You can really taste the sesame seed come through. So you might be able to get away with putting some more sumac in there if you want to balance a little bit more fruitiness. So I'm going to just sprinkle some in. Alright, so this is a store-bought one. This is the one I made. I definitely think what we'll need to do, or what I would recommend you do, is drying out the spice mix you make ahead of time so it's not so oily, because the store-bought one is a lot more drier, so I think it attached better. Yeah, turned out pretty good. I think probably put it on too thick, but it stayed on pretty good, formed a nice layer. So I think this recipe is a good working formula to go off of. Obviously your ingredients, you might have to play around with the recipe a little bit, but I think this should work. I think this is a lot better than the first time. So, I think this is a huge improvement. Alright, take it easy.